Dizzy. Oh my goodness. Come on. There we go. What's up, buddy? So this is what weaning looks like. One bottle. I didn't even say anything. I was going to say 1 bottle a day, half the powder. But seriously though. No, you're doing a good job. It's tough too when they're so fragile when they're born.
Well, then you just worry about him. I worry about him. I shouldn't though, because he's perfectly fine.
Correct. Well, you had reason to, I wouldn't say worry. We had concern at first.
For sure.
A lot of concern.
Well,
So
dude.
now he's just a big old stinker.
Yes, he is.
Talking to you. Look at that face. Hey, that food's wet. Eat this. Goodness, we could have called him Frothy. You don't huff at me. This is pretty typical.
This Saturday, today's Thursday. This Saturday is 11 weeks, and I'm thinking about actually cutting it completely, and not doing the 1 bottle in the morning anymore either. So he'll be 11 weeks old on Saturday.
Get over here, you big baby.
He'll protest and protest, so
He will.
I think in the next couple of days I'm going to start quitting it.
This is totally typical after a bottle. That's why we need to quit the bottle, because after the bottle, he's not really full. He just wants to hang out with Ray instead of eating. But we catch him eating out here at night. I mean, this was full. And why he's eating wet food over dry food, I don't know. But we don't really care as long as he eats. But we catch him out here eating like midday, mid-afternoon. And then by morning, these are licked pretty clean.
Yeah,
now, they got rained on. So in all
they-
fairness, he didn't want to eat that.
Yeah, they got rained on last night. So I did give him, I didn't just cut the bottle this morning because I was worried about him yesterday with our crazy weather, man. It just turned on a dime.
There's snow on the roof.
Yeah.
Did I show you that?
It's insane what happened yesterday. I didn't even know it was supposed to do that. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Did they run?
No.
No.
Love it. That's so cute.
Pretty slick. And then you know that sign I got you a long time ago that says porch?
Yeah.
We should put that up here.
Yeah. I'll build a little porch.
For sure. All right, let's go get him. Look, he knows. That's gonna be hard, I'm not gonna lie. All I can think about is a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Couldn't see where this was gonna hit.
I know.
Come on. Come on.
Good boy.
He's a good one.
Or something.
Pizza's so good.
That is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
The 16 and the 14.
They're factions.
Why are they doing that?
Do you want to be on the inside or the outside when you open that door? You're gonna let them out, aren't you?
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, babe, you locked this one too?
What?
You locked this one too?
Yeah.
My goodness. That's cute.
Oh, wait, I can't open it.
Yeah, you're right. You can't. It's locked. My goodness.
I thought I could open it from here.
Oh, your little Bantam just tried to follow you.
Just staring at it.
Stay put. So we don't know what that white one is. I mean, it's some kind of Easter egger, but so what Grandpa sign up for? Grandpa's going to take 6 birds, right?
Yeah.
We're going to give Kyle and Shannon the mean ones.
Yep.
Whatever that is. Get out here, you chickens. Get it.
Quit being a chicken.
Oh, we committed now. I'll tell you what, a chicken stepping out on a composite deck, that's about the bougiest bird. That's as bougie as it gets right there.
Yep.
Hey, speaking of, I'm gonna put a map right here of the US and the states that the people that build this beautiful coop, and we didn't get a hookup. This isn't any incentive as far as I know. We paid full price.
Nope.
But
they called me this morning to check on everything and just to see how it was all going. And we asked where all they delivered to and how far out, and she sent me a map, what Chad just showed you. So those are all the states that they have actually added to.
so if you want one, here's the map. You can order any of those states.
Yep.
If you're outside those states, sorry.
Mm-hmm. And it would be through Hunt Buildings, and the brand is Dirksen.
Yep. So pretty cool.
Yeah.
You scared him. You moved. We're going to leave that open. See if they come out. Oh, your sign fell down. See if they come out to play. But it's also chilly out here, and they've never been in sunshine. If they just make it to that square right over there. Oh. That's awesome. Come out, take a poop, and go back in.
On your nice new deck.
It's a nicer deck than on our front porch.
I know, right?
I'm sure a lot of you have questions, but we actually got a whole lot of support about our decision with Little Donk when we brought it up. And just so you guys know, he was just very frustrated because he couldn't get to his girls. Some of you guys are going to say that we should have kept Dude, but keeping Dude doesn't solve the problem, because then all the only females we have are his mom and his sister. So maybe that's something y'all do outside of those states where Dirksen delivers, but we don't do it here. So you're welcome.
And Little Donk, we keep saying his girls, but Lily's his daughter. He couldn't breed her anyway.
Right.
And the frustration was just there. And we film every day, but you guys don't see all 24 hours of our day. You don't see the frustration that we see him feeling. And, he just paces the fence constantly up and down all day. When we put Lucy back into the other pasture, he started braying again constantly. So that quickly told us that he's probably pretty frustrated.
Well, he starts to where he's not even doing his job, which he loves his job. You guys have known him as long as we have. He was one of the first animals we ever got.
But he's concerned with females that are coming into heat literally 10 feet away from him.
Rightfully so. But one of them's bred and one of them's his daughter. So it was just time. But we did take him to the auction. And I know that auctions always have a stigma, but we really like this auction. They run a lot of donkeys through there. He had quite a bit of attention.
They made a post about him. They did very right by him. It was a great post. I actually got extremely emotional when we dropped him off, and I wasn't expecting that. but because he's a great donkey.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, I just want to make sure he goes to the same and gets the same care that we gave him for 3 years. But
I believe he will.
Yeah, we believe he will. That's why we took him there. And they basically wrote the auction description. You know, it said like 8 to 10-year-old Jack. We included pictures of Dude and Lily when they were small. They said proven, been running with Longhorns, a great guard donkey.
Those beautiful babies.
Yep, those beautiful babies. And there was quite a bit of attention on the Facebook post itself when they advertised him. So we're not concerned. We know he'll go to a good place. And
you guys, if you have a farm, you know that intact male animals don't have
they don't live
full
forever.
life expectancy on a farm. They have to move around because they can't breed their daughters, siblings, you know, all sorts of stuff. So male intact, anything that's intact male typically will move on eventually. And we've had little Donk for 3 years, and we've got 2 amazing babies out of him. We've got Lily, which is a gift from him, and Lily's going to go in with the calves, and she's going to protect them, and she's going to be Chad's new buddy. And
Lucy may be bred with another Lily.
True, yeah.
So then we wind up with 3 of his offspring that he can't rebreed if it's another filly.
So he was probably going to have to, if Lucy had a girl next year, he was going to go anyway.
Right.
So
it's just part of it. And no, you can't castrate a donkey after about a year old, period. And you can't band them.
6 to 18 months. And no, you cannot band a donkey. They have to be surgically castrated. It has to be between 6 and 18 months. Little Donk was between 8 and 10 years.
So it's just not an option. But we know some of you guys didn't know that. We didn't know it till we had Dude. I'd never looked up a donkey.
I didn't know they had to be castrated.
Castration, yeah.
Yeah.
So is what it is. But I say that with respect. I'm happy with where he's at. I'm happy with where he's going. He walked right in and made friends with one of the folks that runs the auction. You saw her petting him. And yeah, you know, it's honestly, I look at it like it's almost harder than moving a bull on, because when his time comes, I'll probably have an easier time eating Maximus, especially if he's throwing a bunch of bulls, because a bull that throws bulls is not highly sought after. But in the Longhorn game, hide and horns and beef are ideal. But moving an animal on like Little Donk, that if he doesn't throw girls, he doesn't get eaten. You know what I mean? He's going to go live his life somewhere.
Yeah, so, you don't need a donkey. So he had to be moved on. Whereas that's what you were saying. Whereas like Maximus, we don't have to move him on. We're actually going to eat him. He's served his purpose.
Now, this could be 3-4 years, okay?
Yeah.
We're not foreshadowing Maximus any, but
yeah. And I got really emotional leaving Little Donk. I did.
And she apologized, and I said, I'll be honest, it would bother me if you were as like Band-Aid as I am, where it's just like, you know, do it. That'd be a little bit whatever, but.
And that's kind of how you do things too. We discussed getting rid of Little Donk, and then, you know, later that evening, we already made the decision to just take him and go. With us, with the animals, we kind of have to just rip that Band-Aid and do it. Otherwise, especially me, I will stall and stall and stall. So.
That's why Dizzy's still here.
Yeah.
I'm going to soak her in medicine, then we can't eat her for 90 days. My goodness.
I didn't do that on purpose, but it is why Dizzy's still here, because I get scared.
Nobody wants that ivermectin bacon.
I don't get scared, I just get sad.
But it's part of life, though, and she understands it. And Little Donk will hopefully go where there aren't girls for him to get frustrated that he can't get to. Or my dream for him would be, you know, he throws really pretty babies, but my dream for him would be like a 60-acre ranch with 30 head of cattle to just run around and protect.
Yeah, that's what he wants and needs.
For sure.
Especially more than just this 5-acre pen with 3 calves that he was in, and 2 girls 10 feet away from him that he could smell.
So that's all we know, but we're okay with it. We hope you guys are too. We appreciate the support.